Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a 4v4 here on Rooftop Terrace. South side of Rooftop Terrace, a map I really like, is our Red Zerg player Gwidik, his teammate, the Blue Protoss. It is Bao Bao Zhang. We've also got a purple Protoss named the Miner, and a blue Protoss named Bao Bao Zhang. Okay, so, two players with the same name on this map, on the same team. Top side, we have a green Terran named Wolfmax. We also have a Protoss player whose name is HyperONE. Maybe you know that guy. It's I'm 12. Another Protoss player who's orange, and another Protoss named Worst Girl. So, alright, so no Zerg representation here today. I lied. There's one Zerg and there's one Terran, and everybody else in the world is Protoss at this point in the game. Woof! So yeah, this is another HyperONE 4v4. Should be pretty excellent. Should be very interesting in some way. Not just going to be a, 7-minute timing attack where everybody shows up from one team and kills the other team because they weren't prepared for it. Nah, nothing like that indeed. Overlord's scouting out, trying to see what's what. Drone actually scouting too. You got this really narrow little area here. I mean, it's not super narrow, but it's a narrow area. If you're a Zerg player, you probably don't want to go that direction because you want to get surrounds on your enemies instead of just mashing into them head on from one direction. You'll probably die to all of this Protoss. Force fields are really good as well. Alright, so expansions all over the place. Nobody going for any kind of a one base timing attack whatsoever. Zerg players got two bases. You could probably go for a third. It's very safe to take this third as long as you can defend against incoming drops and things like that. So, yeah, so there's a little tiny bit, maybe attempted a cannon rush here, but that gets shut down. Yeah, so everything dies. Zealots, okay, hang on. Bunch of Zealots here from Bao Bao Zhang. We're going to try to get some stuff done. Going after a Nexus, which is fairly ambitious, if you ask me. They're chasing the Stalkers around. Zealots in early PvP aren't necessarily good. But hey, you know what? If they could show up and get some HP taken off of a Nexus so it's easier to kill later on, that's fine. Zealots pull off. They decide the probes are the better target rather than trying to kill these Stalkers because the Stalkers can run away. They're faster. And yeah, there we go. So all the Zealots are dead. This guy's got one killed, so whatever. He's fine. What are we pinging down here, friends? I don't know. I don't rightly know. It is a Spire. Maybe Team North is recognizing the Zerg is going for a Spire play. Wolfmax. My gosh, is he 4 basin? No, that's his third. He's letting the Protoss take the ones back there, and he's taking the ones down the left instead. All right, fine. So he's walled off against early aggression. He's got some Marines out. He's got 3 racks rolling and a factory and another factory coming in. So it indicates maybe some mech, which is not necessarily something we want to see against Protoss. Against the Zerg, sure, not against the Protoss, though. Carriers on the way from Worst Girl. Man, 5-minute carrier. It's always fun for me in a team game when I go to attack an enemy and they've got a carrier out at 5 minutes and you're like, oh, what? Oh, okay. Some Phoenix showing up to the party here. Lifting and killing Zealots is like, meh. But cannon protecting the mineral line, so there's not many targets for them. So they might as well lift and kill a Zealot. It takes a lot of hit to do so, but hey. Killing that Overlord is not a bad way to go for these Phoenix. Oh, defensive Phoenix here from the Miner, though. They're going to be like, hey, leave this Overlord alone. Brah, Phoenix versus Phoenix action. Who's going to win? Hard to say. But the Overlord's alive, and it certainly seems like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Seems like maybe a red Phoenix player gonna do fine for himself. Comes back around and does kill the Overlord. I'm 12 going for just all the Phoenix known to Protoss kind here. HyperONE's going for dem carriers as well, so it seems to be all Skytoss all the time for Team North, with the Terran going for what? What are you going to use to complement your teammates' units? It looks like Marine Tank for the time being, which is fine, I guess. Phoenix, I remember what I said about anti-air. Having a Queen and a Spore here, you know what? Once the Phoenix count starts getting up to like 5, 6, 7, you need extra Spores. Why would you make Mutas? Well, you wanted to donate some gas to the enemy, I guess. Yes, there's a million Phoenix out. My Mutalisks will absolutely save the day. No, what are you thinking? What is wrong with you? Brr. All right, Niam Pulse Crystal is going to finish up here fairly soon for our guy. I'm 12. He's going to have extra range on those Phoenix. Excellent, excellent stuff. Tempest production from Team South 2. Working on Stargate. So there's going to be a ton of Skytoss. If you're Gwydic here, maybe, honestly, you just go for mass Corruptor. Try to make that work. If the enemy... Oh, my gosh. See, with the Phoenix, even if the Corruptors exist, they can outrange them, and with good micro and a million shots, they can kill them. My goodness. Whew, my goodness to gracious. All right, so everybody's taking the very safe expansions here. Zerg player branching out to the gold in the middle, which, as usual, gold base is hard to hold. It's worth it if you can, though. Is there really only the one gold on this entire map? I think it is. Left side bases, these are safer, and therefore not gold minerals at all. So, Phoenix Ling Corruptor here from Team South. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Carrier count for Worst Girls looking good. Carrier count for our guy HyperONE looking good. He's also adding Void Rays to the count. Excellent. Our Terran buddy, Wolfmax, is Marine Tank. Marine Tank all day, which is actually fantastic because they will wreck Phoenix in a straight battle. They will destroy Corruptors in a straight battle. They will do very well against Carriers in a straight battle, too. Honestly, Mass Marine with Medevac in this game, where Team South is not making splash damage at all, would be very good. I'm talking very, very good. But yeah, like look at how much splash damage is being produced by anybody in this game. Nothing. It's Corruptors and Void Rays and Carriers. That's all we're seeing in this production tab. So I mean, the siege tanks are cool and everything. Oh, but see, the Corruptors die. It's so hard to these Marines. Why? I mean, yes, you definitely want to kill these Carriers, but it wasn't worth it to lose your entire Corruptor ball. Oh, it's a terrible choice. Horrific choice to engage there from our Zerg player. Gwydic down under 100 supply. He's, well, I guess Bao Zhang is also under 100 supply somehow, some way. He's making Zerglings. He's like, look, he's in a tough position, man. He's like, I need Corruptors, but there's Void Rays and there's Marines out. It's just so tough. It is so tough for a lower level Zerg player to handle this kind of stuff here, where you're dealing with a Skytoss army of Carriers, Void Rays, and Phoenix, and it's like, well, you know, Mass Corruptor would still be good because I don't think the Phoenix counts enough to really make anybody freak out about it. Yeah, but Team North making that push down to the south here. Ooh, the Tempests. Once you have enough Tempests to kind of one-shot a Carrier, you're going to be at a good place. The Lings dealing with the Stalkers and the Sentries on the ground here. Love that. Bam! Void Ray down. Don't engage with them, though. Pull back. Pull back. Attack from range. Abject Chaos coming from the south here as Bao Zhang shows up with a pretty ginormous Skytoss fleet of his own. Recall out, Team North. And they do. Worst Girl leaves a Void Ray behind, but everybody else makes it out fairly safely. I don't even know, man. Trying to retake this gold base might not be a bad idea for the Zerg. Once again, taking these middle-ish bases scary because Tempest from the other side of the map can set up and murderize you. Was I on the units tab? Back to the production tab. All right, man. Carrier, Marine, Void Ray, Corruptor, Carrier, Tempest, Phoenix. This Marine group would be so much more effective if they had Medevac supporting them, but you know, they killed a bunch of probes. And they could wipe out these Tempests pretty darn easily. Tempest down. Loving this out of Wolfmax. He's just trying to focus down what does he want to kill here. Running into a cannon seems like a bad idea, but nice depowering of a ton of stuff here. Just with no Medevacs to heal your dudes up, they're going to be squishy and overstimmed. But of course, Medevacs would also die really quickly to the incredible amount of Sky that exists here for Team Red. So, it's a tough look for sure. As a Terran player there, I'd still make the Medevacs. They're still healing up your Marines. They're burning through stuff. The Marines are way tankier. It makes sense. It makes sense a lot to me to bring some Medevacs along. I know he's like, but everything's from the sky. HyperONE's down here building pylons at Gwydic's base, which is interesting, I guess. Wipe it out. I'm 12's bases. And then Void Rays from Bao Zhang here at Wolfmax's left side. Third command center that he's got is going to go down. There's only a handful of... Okay, there's a lot of Marines now. Handful of Marines, no big deal. Lot of Marines, big deal. They got 1-1 upgrade, stim, combat, shield, and they're going to just eat the interceptors for breakfast here. If it is the morning hours where you are, which it very well might be. I don't know. Okay, decides to go in there. Sure, why not? What is even... I don't know what's even down here. Okay, command center dead. This might just be a time to back it out, man. All right, we're going to stand in here. Team Red is on the other side. We've got a big battle between I'm12 and Gwydic. Just doesn't have enough corruptors to handle the sheer amount of Protoss in the house right now. It's, you know, it's a common problem for lower level Zerg players. For Serral, no. For Raider, no. For Dark and Rogue, no. But for everybody else, yes. Corruptors find over 1 million cannons because they're dumb that way. Zerglings cruising across the map. Trying to get up here, and is this enough to hold for Team Blue? The Marines are doing so much work right now, but their numbers are getting whittled down. They're not invincible. It's not one Marine that can hold this. It needs to be a certain number. There's a certain threshold of Marines. Trying to kill some of these Corruptors, but man, the Corruptors' armor must be good. Yeah, they got that +1 upgrade, and they come with +1. That's +2 armor, which is really amazingly great. Big attack. Wow, okay, Corruptor's trying to defend here. No. I'm12's carrier doing a good job not engaging directly with anything. Corruptor's here for Gwydic. Yeah, Zerg player, he's trying. He's making Corruptors, man. He's got a lot of them. He's got upgrades on him. He's working on +2 flyer attack as well. Carriers here from Papao Zhang going against I'm12's base. Is it enough to kill it? I don't know. Corruptors are like, oh, there's no Void Rays in this group at all? Yeah, and once again, once you have enough Corruptors to one-shot carriers, there you go. You're just in a better position. Oh, enough Tempest to one-shot carriers is hot. Oh, man, that's so good. All right, going to take down a Nexus. Beautiful. I'm12 goes for the risky base, loses it. HyperONE taking the gold base in the middle, which has been very hotly contested. You could, I mean, might as well caustic spray down that thing. I think your cooldown is, yeah, your cooldown, there's no way it's up. Or not a, whatever. Your cooldown is not running, so let's go. Let's caustic spray down this base. Ladies and gentlemen, forces a cancel on it, but your Tempest show up to cause problems for that one too. So look, Babao Zhang, 184 supply, his teammate Babao Zhang, 139 supply, the Miner 142 and 99 for the Zerg player. For Team Red, Team Blues at 150, 165, 138, 151, and 120. So just across the board, okay for Team Blue. They just don't have anybody that has the sheer maxed out army of Babao Zhang caps. And I'm12's going to lose another base up this place as well. So there are, I do want to point out, there are Masters players in this game. There are Diamond and Platinum level players in this game too. Probably generally figure out who's who in this game. Oh my gosh, the Mass Marine is so good. Woo. A medevac. There's one medevac here with no energy at all. I mean, she regenerates, so yeah. Oh, Babao Zhang, run some Tempest. Oh, that was bad. Babao Zhang. The lowercase one's down at 92 supply, the uppercase one's at 196 supply, and once again, if you just don't have any splash at all against Terror, they will just make Marines and wander into your home and destroy you. La 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 la. Yeah, just set up right here. Bam, all the production of our guy lowercase Babao Zhang is going to get wiped out. The Marines, what do they got here? 2-2, beautiful. No further upgrades coming. I'd love to see 3-3 for them. But on the other side, caps Babao Zhang attacking up to the north, trying to see what damage they can do. Zerg player getting wrecked by I'm12, knocked down to 2 bases, just not really part of this game anymore at 75 supply. Wolfmax over stimming. He needs to stop stimming to take down buildings. Sure, stim if enemy Tempest show up or enemy carriers show up, but if you're just killing buildings, don't stim. Okay, the Miner coming in, going after HyperONE's economy, never a good thing. Another base of I'm12 is going to go down here. The Corruptor count is not big enough for Gwydic to hold this at all, but in conjunction with the rest of the Red Army, yeah, maybe so. Okay, Zerg player having a really tough time here. 0 available supply, 26 out on the field. That's going to be the Corrupt. He's got 12 Corruptors out on the field here. Babao Zhang lowercase getting destroyed by a combination of I'm12 and Wolfmax. Gwydic is dead. Mass Phoenix from the Miner trying to kill as many probes as Protossly possible, but HyperONE's carriers show up to chase him away. Tempest from lowercase Babao Zhang going to wipe out HyperONE's attempt at the Nexus, his 3rd attempt, I think, in that locale. The Marines need to be involved in this battle, but also they're kind of overstimmed. I don't know if you want to stim here as much as just attack. He does stim, and he's pumping out terrible amounts of damage right now. But the Marine count, is it holding? It's holding. It's holding. It's not holding. 17.5 minutes. All the Marines are dead. There are 0 army supply left for Wolfmax at this point in the game. The Marines are overstimmed. They did a ton of work there. Not enough. So the Zerg player and the Terran player effectively removed from this game. I guess it's 12 corruptors for the Terran, and here they are. So that's nice. We've got that going for us, Zerg fans. But it is Protoss supremacy in this game, as they generally are at the lower leagues. Woof. This is incredible. So more and more carriers being produced here by HyperONE and I'm 12. Wolfmax is making supply depots because he's supply blocked into the ground. Zerg player Gwidik, I'm not sure he's going to be part of this battle whatsoever, but here we go! Big Skytoss versus Skytoss with some corruptors in here too. They need to be attacking carriers direct, and there we go. He decides to go for that. The Phoenix are absolutely target firing enemy carriers very, very well for Team Red here. Corruptors helping a lot in this battle, actually. Corruptors helping immensely in this battle, actually. And wow. Bao Bao Zhang, uppercase, down to 132 total supply there. HyperONE just lost some carriers for nothing. He's down to 99 supply. Wow. This is... Who's going to pop out? I just think Team Blue has too much economy available to them. Of course, I say that as a base gets canceled for Team Blue. But, I mean, they do have the left and the right bases, even if they're kind of starting to mine out. And it's just, it's a wasteland down this right side here. Gwidik's got a couple hatcheries, but, I mean, he has 0 drones, so that's not going to work out for him. I'm 12 running probes into a minefield, into an absolute war zone. There we go, back him out. Bao Bao Zhang, uppercase dude, not centering his nexus here, but he's taking a base on that gold anyway. Oh, is that all of the army? That was no, 18 Marines exist from Wolfmax. He has no money left, but he's got 18 Marines. Bao Bao Zhang, not allowed to have the gold base at all. This has been very hotly contested. I like it a lot. The Miner's trying to throw up 1,000,000 cannons in this position, which is not a bad idea against the against the enemy carriers and corruptors and stuff from Team Red. Or from Team Blue, rather. Wait. Team Red's taking this? Never mind. Looking good, Team Red. I assumed that was Team Blue because of that location. But I don't know. Prismatic alignment, go. Void Rays melting. I'm melting. And very, very dead. Attacking interceptors here, not a terrible idea. As it knocks someone down to very few interceptors. 30, I think. I'm 12? No, it's not I'm 12. Whatever. Killing interceptors not a bad idea. Because banks aren't huge for anyone. I mean, I lied. Bao Bao Zhang has 3,400 minerals. And Gwidik's got 2,700. He needs to send his minerals somewhere else because he's dead. If he sends his minerals to the mine, I don't know. Miner's got 3,000 minerals of his own. Maybe they don't need it. Maybe Team Red does not need it at all. Quite possible. This is interesting. HyperONE 141, 100, 32, 152 for his team. But 0, 199, 1, and 182 for Team South. So, the biggest armies exist for Team Red, but the overall, just, you know, amount of army belongs to Team Blue here. Once again, we are mining out everything. Mineral patches are disappearing. Bases have no mineral patches left at them in some locations. Void Rays from Worst Girl just finding stuff to do, like get obliterated by 1,000,000 Phoenix. The recall can't save you now. Nothing makes it out. Brutality. Fatality. Team Blue says, what? How? How did you have a base here, Red Team? And I'm 12 and Worst Girl show up to obliterate everything that exists here. This has been a very hotly contested base as well. This, not so much. Mining out, just the one next door to it. Doesn't bode well for Team Blue, but the fact that Gwidik and lowercase Bao Bao Zhang are dead, and this engagement, my gosh. Bao Bao Zhang's Mass Phoenix play, doing its very level-headed best here. Is there enough from Team Blue to hold on? It is hard to tell who's coming out on top right now, but I'm not seeing enough Tempest to one-shot carriers, and target firing here is not great. Oh my gosh, and all the Tempests are suddenly obliterated. The Miner taps out. That's your GG. Guidic leaves the game here too. Bao Zhang's at 70 supply after that battle. He's alone in the world. 104 total supply, 10,000 minerals in the bank. That is Oprah money. Bao Zhang has this base too. He's trying to hold on as well as he can. Team Blue again, 145 for HyperONE, 64 for I'm 12, 46 for Wolfmax, and Worst Girl is at 122. So they're not maxed out. They're not feeling incredibly confident at all. Yeah, that's it. We're done. There's no way that Bao Zhang caps here can hold. He's got 100 supply. He's out supplied by about 200 and like 300 total supply for Team Blue. I'm trying to do math while I'm casting, which is never a good idea, but I think I got that one. Yep, just refusing to leave. Bao Zhang's got Tempests, which, good, but not when there's Marines firing on you. And GG! Bam! Sucker! Team Blue. HyperONE, I'm 12, Wolfmax, and Worst Girl are your winners in 23 minutes. And then everybody leaves the game. GG, man. Resources lost today are bonkers. Actually, surprisingly fewer than I would expect, but in total a lot because it's a 4v4. HyperONE loses 39,000 resources to take second place here behind Bao Zhang. Caps had 42,000 resources lost. He ended up losing 37 carriers and 25 Tempests, which is a lot of stuff. HyperONE lost 42 carriers and 7 Void Rays. Hot dang, 223 Marines died. I still think the Mass Marine Medevac play is the one that just wins for our guy, Wolfmax. I mean, yes, Team Blue won anyway, but there was 0 splash damage built by anybody from Team South at all. It was Corruptors, Mutalisks, kind of, Carriers, and Void Rays. And there were some Zealots there, but whatever. And Phoenix, too. 110 Phoenix from the Miner. Just one of those players. I guess he makes 5 Tempests as well, but just makes almost nothing but Phoenix the entire game. Absolutely hilarious. All right, good stuff. Really nice back and forth. Really hard-fought battles for this gold base especially, and then this base later on, and then just kind of clearing out this right side, and it never really got reestablished by Team Red was a problem for them for sure. The Zerg player was just going to have a rough time. Making Mass Corruptor would be great, except for the fact that Void Rays exist and the Marines are here too. So, Zerg player choices. Maybe some Vipers would have been amazing. Some Fungal would have been very good there too. But live and learn. That's what I always say. All right, good. A beautiful game, and that's going to be it for me today. So this is Ben, Falcon Paladin, coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.